Armored Core 6 just got its first patch update, version 1.02, and Bandai specified that the patch is focused on balance adjustments that will allow players more build diversity in the early and mid-game, as well as some bug fixes, and that a PvP-oriented balance adjustment will come at a future date. What this means is that this might have a bigger impact for PvE or early game, and not a huge impact to PvP like we were hoping, so no nerfs to the Zimmermans, things like that. But there are some weapon adjustments that are kind of interesting, and might have an effect on PvP regardless. Let's get into it. First up is going to be the Ransetsu RF, which saw its attack power increased from 194 to 224, its fire rate increased from 1.3 to 1.5, and its reload time decreased from 2 to 1.8. Next up is the Curtis, that saw its attack power increased from 112 to 142, and its reload time decreased from 2.4 to 2.2. The Turner would see its attack power increased from 87 to 105, its projectile speed increased, and the reload time dropped from 2.8 to 2.2. The Scudder would see its attack power increased from 110 to 135, a projectile speed increase, and its reload time dropped from 3.2 to 2.4. Up next is the Ransetsu Assault Rifle, which saw its attack power increased from 62 to 77, an increase in projectile speed, and its reload time lowered from 2.4 to 1.9. The Ludlow got its attack power increased from 36 to 42, its rounds increased from 540 to 720, projectile speed increases, and its recoil dropped from 5 to 4. It also got its reload time decreased from 2 to 1.5. Then we have the Chongqing, who had its attack power increased from 32 to 39, its rounds increased from 720 to 990, its projectile speed increased, and its reload time dropped from 2.8 to 2.2. Last up for the weapons, we have the Etsujin, which had its attack power increased from 40 to 46, its rounds increased from 480 to 600, its projectile speed increased, and its reload time dropped from 2 to 1.5. So weapon balance-wise, this patch focused on buffing some of the early game rifles, linear rifles, assault rifles, and machine guns. They also adjusted certain attacks performed by the Balteus, the Sea Spider, and Cell 240. Next up, we'll go through the list of bug fixes. Fixed a bug that prevented certain weapons from dealing damage to the boss of the mission, Destroy Weaponized Mining Ship. Fixed a bug that caused the boss of the mission, Prevent Corporate Salvage of New Tech, to be unable to detect the player. Fixed a bug that caused certain enemies to not be displayed correctly during the mission, Survey the Uninhabited Floating City. Fixed a bug that caused certain enemies and background objects to be displayed incorrectly during the mission, Attack Old Spaceport. Fixed a bug that caused vertical missiles and certain coral weapons to deal unintended amounts of damage. Improved camera controls when spectating online arena battles. Fixed a bug that caused the punch animation to not be displayed correctly on the opponent's screen during online arena battles. Other bug fixes. Not sure what that one means. For Xbox and Steam, fixed a bug that caused the game to enter offline mode and unable to save progress after the device recovers from sleep mode. For Steam specifically, fixed the text displayed on screen after selecting Quit Game from the system menu in the title screen. And finally on Steam, fixed a bug that caused certain bosses to be rendered incorrectly. So that's going to be it for these patch notes. Nothing super game-changing. It is nice to see a buff to some of the rifles, linears, and machine guns that aren't the Gatling guns. Definitely I look forward to a more specific multiplayer patch in the future. I'm sure right now they're just gathering data on what's problematic, Zimmermans. But with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I'll see you next time.